right, family, I hope you can hear me. Okay, so I said this a while ago. I'll say it again. All right. At one point, Ibrahim Traore was big news. Okay, it's on social media, right? Then he just went away like he never happened. So I'm like, yo, what the hell? What was up with that? The guy made headways, headlines, you dig? Like he was T'Challa. And then no more in news, no more. I mean, like this, listen, I was following, even AI channels was doing shit about him, making them speak perfect English, like fake bot channels, like 50,000 live people in there. I'm talking about this was like almost every day. Like, God damn, I'm trying to get in on it. Like, let me talk about this guy. And just out of nowhere, if you talk about him, you get 3 views. So it's like, yo, what happened to him? Like, how did he get so much buzz to be the savior of Pan-Africanism? And then the dude just, he's still living. He's still doing what he was doing, but these Pan-Africanists no longer talk about him anymore. So I'm going to play a video of Tariq Nasheed and Revenue, so-called Revenue, who's really Kwame. And they're going to bring up Burkina Faso. Now, this fool knows nothing about Ibrahim Traore. Like, they just be embarrassing this dude, man. His weird intellect, or lack thereof. All right. So before I do that, let me give you some updates, some news and updates. Okay. So I never watched this video before. I just want to, I'm going to watch it with you guys live. You know how I do. I do live reactions. Let's see what this is about. I don't know if she's FBA. I don't know if she's vouching for us. I know nothing about this video. I just know that she's responding to some of the boycotts.
I am so confused. Why am I seeing that on August 1st, African Americans or a specific African American has forged a protest against African businesses, from African restaurants, African braiding salons, anything that is African owned?
What's up, guys?
Why is
you're
that
well
so
from wherever you're watching.
far-fetched?
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I've just come across this trend, reject African businesses. I believe you have also come across this trend.
I know it's a tether.
And also recently in my channel, I've made about 2 or 3 videos suggesting, or rather alleging, that there is a bad relationship between the Black Americans, the indigenous Black Americans,
listen to how tethered
and the immigrants.
A boycott.
So Black Americans were saying
and
that
listen, they claim
the
to know about
immigrants
Dr. King.
think
Right? Listen to how
that they are Black Americans and maybe want to enjoy or want to compare themselves with Black Americans, which caused some of the Black Americans to be unhappy with the Africans. And a certain narrative started that the Black Americans and the Africans do not love each other. So I don't know if that is true.
Hey, yeah, listen how they respond to a boycott. A boycott, when we boycotted, when we did the world's best boycott ever in history, it didn't mean we didn't love white folks, we hated them. No, we boycotted Jim Crow, you dig? Mistreatment, discrimination, legal discrimination, and legal or unconstitutional segregation. It had nothing to do with love and hate. But this is why these guys got no business in our spaces. They don't know our history in this country. They have no idea. They claim, and they claim Dr. King. They repeat certain love everybody stuff. But now they don't know about the Dr. King buscot. I'm sorry, buscot. They don't, well, it's buses. It should be called buscot. But they don't know about Dr. King's boycott on buses. Dig, stemming from Rosa Parks. Like, y'all can't have it both ways. You quote Dr. King, but then you don't understand the power of a boycott. Yo, boycott is more than American. Boycott is FBA 100. We own boycotts. Like I said, we got the largest boycott demonstration ever in the annals of history. So when you think of boycott, you think of Dr. King's, the civil rights bus boycott. Not buscott. I want to say bus boycott. You dig? But to them, they interpret Dr. King bus boycott as loving and hating. This is how weird they are. This is how we got to stay away from some of these folks, man. We got to stay away from these folks. Like, they just don't understand. They don't want to understand. They want to look at everything as love and hate. Dude, go your way. Leave us alone, man. Don't worry about what we're doing. Don't worry about we want to boycott, delineate. Just go your way, dude. We're done with most of y'all. God damn, man. We're done with you. Your free loading is over.
But again, I don't know if such factors have led to this trend, because I also made a video suggesting that the black immigrants are faring well economically as compared to the Americans, to the black Americans rather. Some immigrants or some people were saying that the black immigrants or the African immigrants are hardworking when they come to the United States of America. They are hardworking than the indigenous black Americans.
Okay, yeah. They gotta explain this shit. How the fuck can you be more hardworking than another man? How can you be more hardworking than another human being? That's just like you just talking. Look how frail you look, my boy. Look how unhealthy you look. Like, your diet probably consists of flies, dog meat, and mud cakes. How can you be more hardworking than us who eat steak, chicken, fish? Like, how is that possible? When you think of athletes, boxers, just athletes, period. You think of foundational black Americans. How do you work more hard than us? Look at for example, look at Noah Lyles' frame, you know, the fastest man in the world right now, FBA. And then look at Usain Bolt frame. One guy looked healthy, athletic, strong, and the other guy looked frail and fucking hungry. So for these guys to keep my fault. I don't know how that just happened. I skipped a lot. I don't know how that just happened. I'm trying to hit a fly, hit the damn mouse. But we gotta stop letting them lie about this hard work myth. How is it possible that you could work harder than another person? Everybody doesn't work. What is working hard? It's called doing your job. Okay? So doing your job does not equate to working hard. There's some people who do more than their job. That's voluntarily. Everybody don't want to do more than a job because you're not being paid for that. So you're getting paid just as much as me, but you want to do more than your job? Go ahead, bro. Work hard. And then other folks like his class of people, his tether class, are not working hard. They are instead being worked hard because they have no documentation. They're illegal. So these white folks are working them hard. So do not confuse work hard with getting worked hard. So these tethers love to talk about working hard. Like what is that, man? That's just like the most disrespectful thing you can say. What is working hard? And they never explain what it is, dude. You're just a tether.
The black Americans and the Africans do not love each other. So I don't know if that is true. But again, I don't know if such factors have led to this trend, because I also made a video suggesting that the black immigrants are faring well economically as compared to the Americans, to the black Americans rather. Some immigrants or some people were saying that the black immigrants or the African immigrants are hardworking when they come to the United States of America. They are hardworking than the indigenous black Americans, which has led to them prospering or faring on well compared to these black Americans. So I think that This has not went well with the Black Americans because there's this trend, boycott African businesses. So as we all understand, boycotting is a way of punishing someone's pocket. Boycotting is a way of sabotaging.
Tethers is called a boycott. Had y'all known about our history, you would know that this is a normal thing in foundational Black American history. We just boycotted Gucci, fool. We boycotted Black Friday. That's like nobody boycotts more than in America, more in the world, more than foundational Black Americans. But you tethers don't respect us enough to know our history. This shouldn't shock anybody who's in America or claim to have respect for us and want to be one with us.
Someone's source of income. So
wait, hold on. Why is your source of income reliant on FBA dollars? See, then you should be thanking us. You can't have it both ways. If your source of income is mainly reliant on FBA dollars, you should be thanking us and appreciating us. And there should be no boycotts, right? If your livelihood is based on our dollars, you should be treating us like gold when we come in those filthy salons, man. Like gold.
We're seeing a case where the Black Americans want to show the migrants that who is the boss here? Like, hey, you cannot come here and claim to be faring well than me. So I don't want to jump into conclusions. I just want to listen to your views, to your comments.
And shut up then and invite.
I've just compiled a couple number of videos which are talking about the same trend, and credit belongs to the original owners of these videos. I want us to listen carefully to dissect, and you can give your views, your comments as we watch these videos. You can also share. Let more people come. Let more people comment on this topic. Let us see the way forward, guys. Enjoy. I'll be back with more commentary.
Some of y'all about to be offended by this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Y'all really pick and choose who and what y'all want to boycott, and it's actually really weird. Like, I can kind of understand the Target situation, but now I'm starting to hear people are boycotting African braiding shops. Like, what?
Yes.
You know, some of these hair salons don't really be doing what they need to do. I get it. That's some hair salons. But at the same time, it's Black braiding shops that be doing the same thing. Mind you, it's so many businesses in our communities that are completely...
Stop right there, Tether. Stop right there. Okay, so, hey, family, let me educate you guys. Or let me share. Some of you already know. Okay. Listen, that was a dumb thing. So let's go back to crime stats. So crime stats are very simple in America. White people, most of their crimes are targeting other white folks. Black people, most of their crimes are targeting foundation Black Americans and just Black people in general. Latino crimes are going to target Latino. So you can't look at a Latino and say, hey, man, you guys target yourselves, so let me target you. That's not how that shit works. It's more disrespect. It's normal for a race to commit crimes towards each other. It's not normal for another race to come in there, another ethnicity to come there and also join the bandwagon full. So you can't look at people like, hey, man, you treat yourselves like shit, so I'm going to join the bandwagon. No, how about you set the example? How about you filthy tethers represent Black excellence? And you go high. We go low, you go high. Liar. Dog.
Against us. I still be seeing some of y'all shop at Lululemon, and apparently the person who made it don't even like Black people. Mind you, y'all have yet to boycott McDonald's, and they have been targeting the Black community for decades.
Yeah, but they're not
all that high
disrespecting the Black
cholesterol,
community.
diabetes, high blood pressure from McDonald's food. And y'all still eat there? Like, I don't get
personal,
that.
Though. That's not
So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that everything needs to be boycotted. I'm actually saying that.
You're saying nothing.
If y'all are going to boycott places, make it make sense.
We are making it make sense.
And then don't pick and choose what's servicing the Black community correctly or not. when y'all shop at other places that are just doing a complete bigger disservice to the black community and are blatant about it. I'm honestly starting to believe that some of y'all are just falling into a mass hysteria of what happens on social media.
Sure.
And are not really digging in deep and doing a deep dive as to why you should be boycotting these places. And it's starting to feel like some of y'all don't really have your own opinion on the reason why these places should be boycotted.
Yo,
you guys make it hard, man. I try not to be petty, but you make it hard. So after the elections,
look, they're mad
African Americans, you decided to take a step back. You'd done the heavy lifting. You'd carried the movement on your backs, and you figured it was time to see this one out. Let everybody else organize. Let others finally show up. And honestly, you deserved that rest. But now that you've decided to get back in the ring, your first move is to organize against Africans? Africans? With all the problems that we have, you put Africans at the top of at the top?
Yes, because you're the top of disrespect. We have to rank the disrespect from different ethnic groups. You are number one, fool.
With everything happening, this is where you draw the line?
Yes.
Braiding hair?
No.
Braiding hair?
It's actually bigger. See, you don't understand. That's like white folks saying, you want to boycott every bus because she had to get to the back? We didn't kick her off. Well, they got her arrested. But, they can say, hey, man, we just said go to the back. We didn't say you got to get off, just you can't ride in the front. Yes, it starts with braiding hair. No, I'm sorry. It did not start from braiding hair. Braiding hair was the final straw, my boy. It's called the final straw. But again, when you're a tether and don't understand our history, you don't know that. That was the straw that broke the camel back, basically.
Of all the urgent fights waiting to be picked, education, housing, Medicaid, tax policy.
Here we go. Why are you picking with us, picking with you? You should be focused on the white man and let us keep tethering on and disrespecting you guys because we're black, we're melanated. No, dude.
You chose to go after African braid shops because Essence Fest was sold?
Okay, so now he didn't say, hey, man, I apologize on behalf of African braiding shops. I get it. You know what I mean? Some of them, I'm sure, probably got bad service, but I don't think all of them. So to penalize everybody and then all businesses, because I'm an African man who sells, products, and I appreciate your business. I don't disrespect y'all. So I really don't want to be boycotted against. I got nothing but love and respect. I admire what y'all did in this country, which led to me to flee over here. And that's not how he talking. These guys talking like they're our bosses. Listen to this fool.
And the culture vibe changed? That's it? That's it? Look, I understand the frustration of feeling erased, but attacking Africans for braiding hair, isn't it? You're not challenging power.
Wait, so we're attacking them for braiding hair? You think that's what we're doing? You think we're boycotting simply because you guys just braid hair? Nothing, no offensive remarks, no disrespect, no horrible customer service, no appreciation for the money spent in the shops. We just simply are attacking you because you're braiding hair. This is tether logic. Yeah, man. Look, I always said, when it comes to tethers, the black folks who we need to stay away from the most are Africans. If we got to do a ranking system, they are at the top. And we can go to Cubans or whoever next, Panamanians, whoever next, but the top of the list, it has to be Africans. If we're gonna keep away from people, keep our dollars away from people, they have to be number one.
You shadow boxing your cousins. Let me tell you something. As someone who tries.
Okay, so now he's gonna teach us. We're on the earth for so many, as long as them, but they're gonna teach us something about history. Go ahead, Trevor. Go drop the food off first, man. Go drop the food off first and pause the video. Go drop the food off and come back.
Tries to
I'll
build
be
unity.
mad as hell if he took the time to make this short while when I placed my order. I would be so mad if I found out he did all this while I'm waiting on my hot fries to come back.
In this big fragmented black tent of ours, you have no idea how hard it is to get black folks to organize around solutions.
So we have no idea how hard it is to get black folks to organize around solutions. So he just buried Dr. King twice. He just assassinated by Dr. King again.
But it never fails. When it's time to turn on each other, the organizing is swift.
So boycotting disrespectful tethers. Okay.
Coordinated and precise. It's impressive and devastating. And here's what you're forgetting.
And we're forgetting. Don't forget, we're always the student. They're always the teacher. And that's why we cannot be called African. You see how quick they are to take lead, to take charge, to be the example of how to be an African. That's why we can never take on that title. That right there. Because he's the real African. He never left the motherland, and far generationally.
Enemies watching. They're watching
Oh
us.
my! Here we go. Let me back up. I knew that was coming. The enemy is watching. So, listen, family. They want us to believe. These filthy tethers want us to believe that they can disrespect us, be an enemy, be an op for as long as they live, for generations. But we are not able to ever look at them as enemies. We got to only look at white folks collectively, even the white folks who side with us and align themselves with us, who boycotted with us, who threw rocks with us, who got bit by dogs with us, who died by police with us. We got to make them the forever enemy and give cowards like this a pass.
What's in your bloodline? And don't just say things to make it sound exotic.
Oh my God.
Because they love this
dude is zesty as hell.
racially ambiguous mix. That they've got this mix, they've got a bit of, get out. What is it? They don't know, but they want to hear, and they want to be downplaying us, downplaying our food with this, uncultured, no this. Now look, a whole black woman, African American, boycotting African businesses. Your own people. Wow.
You see? That's why we can never call ourselves African American. He just said it. Your own people. Because they are our own people, but they are the real Africans. They're our own people, but they're the real Africans. They're our own people, but they're the real Africans.
And then people want to complain about Trump. So can you imagine being in a place where now he's banned all these countries,
this dude's sweet
right, from entering the US that aren't American citizens, and then you have your own African American people still pushing the people. I don't even know. I can't even speak. I just find it so disgusting. I find it just, I don't understand it. What kind of rubbish is that?
Oh my God.
Welcome back, guys. That is the end of the video. I hope that you've all listened carefully and enjoyed the video. Shared your views in the comment section.
Okay, family. This would be okay. I mean, this is further. I'm glad you make these videos. It's further confirmation for FBAs who might be indecisive about delineation, about leaving them alone, let them hold their own nuts. So for any FBAs who are on the fence, I hope this is further confirmation. Listen to this shit right here.
Make it a point to prove that we are nothing like you. We look nothing like you. Y'all can never be us. Completely different. And it's funny because you are literally one of us removed.
You see, we're one of them. They're not one of us. See, you come under the umbrella of African. We're one of them. One more time.
Slavery.
Don't miss that.
Look nothing like you. Y'all can never be us. Completely different. And it's funny because you are literally one of us.
We're one of them. We're not one in the same. We're not the same people. We're one of them. Their fathers, they're the real Africans.
And it's funny because you are literally one of us, removed through slavery. That's it.
Let's get into the first line that he said. He said,
Hold on. How did we get removed from slavery though? Like, so you're not gonna take accountability for selling us, which they never do, by the way. Let's get back into it.
Eritreans, why do y'all have a distinction between each other if y'all all the same people?
I make that argument.
So another lie, another bullshit ass lie. Let's keep going.
I make the argument every time.
There's bad people everywhere.
Oh shit, bad.
So I don't know what the fuck that has to do with anything.
I don't know that.
I don't know.
There's bad people everywhere.
Just saying, right?
It's all the same people, literally. And the funny thing about one of the videos I saw recently was that the guy was saying, "Oh, you know, there's no way you can think that me, an African American, looks like you, an African." And his whole point of saying that was that somewhere in his lineage, he had to have whiteness mixed in because he's a descendant of slaves. Even though he probably doesn't know that for sure, but he had to have whiteness. So because he had whiteness mixed in, there's no possible way people could think that he looks like us, quote unquote. Whole time, he looks like the most Nigerian person I've ever seen in my life.
All right, yeah, exactly. Look nothing like us. Let's keep it going.
You for FBA. Everybody's just been asking this question. It's not really that hard to figure out. It's not rocket science. It's not the theory of relativity or anything like that, right? It's very simple. Case in point, you got this sister here, you know, that she's the first generation in this country, and she just has some questions for FBA. Let's go ahead and check this out.
I just have some questions for the foundational Black Americans. Because I was born here. My parents were born here. Okay? And I keep seeing a lot of posts about the foundational Black Americans siding with Trump and deportation. So I just want to know, like, how does one know that they are a foundational Black American? Because wouldn't that make every American that's Black here in America that's not from the islands or from like other countries, wouldn't that make them foundational Black Americans just by being born here? Or I don't know, maybe someone said like you have to have like 3 generations born here. I don't know. I just want to know, like, how do you guys know? Because everybody can't be foundational Black Americans. There's just no.
Wait. One more time. My bad.
I want to know, like, how do you guys know? Because everybody can't be foundational Black Americans. There's just no way. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes, exactly. We know that you're not. You just identified yourself as non-FBA. You see that? See how easy that was? You traced your lineage back to a shithole country. We can't do that. A true foundational Black American, it's impossible for them to trace their lineage back to a shithole country. It's impossible.
I don't know. I'm just trying to get more, like.
Now, you would hear her post.
Don't worry, I just gave it to her, Phil Scott. She got it. She understands.
A blessed day, viewers and subscribers. Welcome to the box with another video. Put a like, leave a comment, and we can get straight into this. All right, so
now get ready to laugh, Ray. He's going to interview. Now he's Jamaican, obviously. He's going to interview another Jamaican lady, and she is going to just go goddamn crazy. Almost. So when I heard her go crazy, I'm like, damn. So a lot of us criticize, our own people for bad habits. The men bad habits, don't take care of their kids, and the men and the women being masculine and mouthy. So I'm thinking, like, could those be tether attributes that we picked up? Because when did men, foundation Black American men, not want to be responsible for their kids and become a family? Like, when did we want to all of a sudden just be players and just leave families, alone? And when did our women just decide, I'm just gonna be disrespectful, run my mouth like a damn man, and just be a fool at home? So I'm like, yo, we picked that up from them too. When they came to our culture, our society, they influenced us with that shit too. Look how this woman behaves. Check this out. The dude like, yo, relax. And she's his guest. Wow.
the show I'm going to enter the show in a whole heap of time. All right, so we did have a discussion over TikTok live stream. Remember to join me over TikTok, guys. See a mix up bar search feed. And the lady take me on, because I tell her, say, people will start make plan A and plan B when you reach in America, even if you're a naturalized citizen. So at any given time, as what Uncle Errol say, Mr. Orange Man can come up with all type of something.
The president,
you know,
you
start
our president, you mean?
think of ways of it, take with people citizenship. Alright? No the rule say we have to do something wicked for them strip you off it. We understand that. We just say in the administration.
All right, so before he get cussed out by his own guests, let me give some shout outs. We go to the tippy top. So we got Golden Brown, we got Donnie, we got Ricardo, we got Non-Swirl Zone, we got Miss Mickey, peace to you. We got Diamond and back in there, Aspiring Heights back in there. We got Dark Libra. The title's misleading. The title's not misleading. I'm gonna get to it, fool. You gotta just stop tethering the channel and let me do what I do. It's my shit. I'm gonna get there. This is my shit though. I'm getting away the small stuff out the way first. See, you're new here. You don't know how the shit operates. These are tribal people. That's why, yeah, exactly, G. So you see G don't have a wrench, but G got a wrench now. Let me give G a lineage wrench. G, do me a favor, like the video. American Dreams, just be quiet, bro. Stand on a Dream, Buy Tethers. So we got Israelite 1865, we got Law JB. The chat is litty. The chat, we got back in the building, Russian Bots Revenge. We got Golden Heart. You dig? We got Dark Libra back in here. Dark Libra, listen, I'm gonna time you out for 30 minutes. I'm gonna be here longer. So, but if you leave, get the hell out of here. But stick around and learn the channel before you run your damn mouth. Hey, James and Ira Strange, peace to you. So we got G in the building. I timed you out, buddy. So we got Delphine Jackson in the building. Let me go ahead and give you a lineage wrench representing moderation or monitor. So go ahead and just like the video, Delphine. So all mods, all the people that holds a lineage wrench, you must like the video. Pinky Wells back in the building. You dig? And I'm catching up. The Holy Codex TV1 back in the building. Yeah, they're covering up those hairlines. Yeah, those wave caps. That's funny. 420 back in the building. We got you dig? So the chat's litty like it normally is. And so for dark, we got Fly Ty Blizzy. I don't know if your lineage just yet, but I know Keith Lamont is. He got that lineage wrench. So let us know where you're from, Fly Ty. But people who are of the lineage, they need, it's required that people of the lineage needs a lineage wrench. It's to differentiate you from non-lineage folks. You dig? So let them know that we are one. And the hashtag is WE1, the number one, or ONE, spell it out. And it's also B1, but it's spelled out as a verb, not a letter. It's B1, BE1, because we're being one. We're being one on code. And the We1 stands for we are one with the lineage. We are one of the lineage. We're one of the same lineage, figuratively. Obviously, we got different lineages, but they go back to the same tree. So how easy that is to explain? Okay, let's go. Don Jeter back in the building.
Anything goes, and we all see it. But to some people, them have it to say they rather go through your worst than come back to Jamaica. Nothing wrong with that. You might have a life go on in a foreign. You understand? But I'm going to be the one where we know all the crime and violence happen out there, even though they have 14-year-old lose their life, etc. and other things. But I'm going to say this. Enough of them things happen 15, 20 years now, right? When we measure the scale of crime in so you can use America compared to Jamaica, the percentage is bad. Being in Jamaica is so little per capita if you have so much homicide for 1 year, etc. Alright, that being said, people make it sound like everywhere you're going out foreign you're safe. There's nothing, nobody now go. You get to me and say you can't do anything. I say nothing. Remember, we're there Jamaica, you travel, I live a foreign. But when people come and them are bring down Jamaica like, the worst place, and they would never go back and be a bad mind, and it all have to do with the surrounding guys. I always say to you, when you come back to Jamaica, if you look somewhere in a one decent community, when nobody can come at your gate as they like. You understand? If you go build something, you come down and build it. You don't have to build it which part of the barn and grow. Because sometimes your family can be your worst enemy. A lot of returning residents lose their life Because them put their trust in too much people and family and things happen. Everywhere you go, people dead, people have problem. It is a year or there.
All right, hold on. Let me fast forward to his guest. I will get to the topic, but I like to play short videos so our family pull up. So Dark, you come in here talking shit, you just listen, man. Just have patience. Take your medicine, my boy. Relax. Take your Addies. Take your Addies, my boy, and relax. We're gonna build to it because a lot of times folks come in, they slow drag. Right? I don't want them to miss it. So relax. Let's get to it.
So I like when the people to people, man.
And what I
interested, guys, open a lot of conversation to people mindset. We could listen to this.
Good morning. I am a born Jamaican living in America, and honestly speaking, I've seen where a lot of people go back to Jamaica and lose their life. And what I see, Jamaica.
Wait a minute. Why would they be going back to Jamaica to lose their life? Can somebody really explain that? Why would they be going to Jamaica to lose their life? I thought Jamaica was a place of peace, all that type of stuff. Why would people be going there to lose their life? She got to really explain that one, man. People are going to Jamaica to lose their life. Jamaicans, she's saying go back from the United States. I got to explain that one. Yes, sir. Peace. I see you in the building. Let's get this one.
Have a different mindset towards people who travel in America because they don't know that it's very hard here. And all that is here is just working and paying your bills to live good. You understand what I'm saying?
No.
Nothing much is here unless maybe you have a good job that pays much money and you have our 2 jobs, you know? Because I'm just getting back my car now. I'm going through a lot here, and trust me, I'm winning. You know, through God, I'm winning. And if I go back to Jamaica, Jamaica January, my little daughter that is 20, she wouldn't leave by my side. She said, Mommy, I'm so scared because you leave Jamaica in a while now, and for you to come back. A lot of people come, even when we get the flu and sick down there on the sick bed, them come and beg money. You know, people think I have money. People look away like, you know, people even try to rob me there. I mean, and it was in a different community. So I'm saying they know how you look because when you're here, we're in a country that have 4 different climates, 4 different seasons. So you sometimes you will get white out, sometimes you look, you know, but you still look cooler than how you'd stay in Jamaica. And people would see you come down and want to rob you. And demanding money from you as if
so a bunch of that's why the prime minister said, don't y'all come back to here with all that bullshit you left with. And he wasn't even speaking to them specifically. He was talking about their ancestors. He was talking about the ancestors. Hey, don't you guys come back to Jamaica on that bullshit y'all left with. You dig? Don't y'all come back to Jamaica the bullshit. So she's saying when they come back to Jamaica, the Americanized one, who they call the Yankees, when they go back, they are target number 1. This is how they treat their own. This is why Kwame, American Dream. So when we ask tethers, why don't they go back? They won't admit that. She's admitting that. They won't admit because they become suspects. They become targets. They become the lick.
If they don't know that you're going through hard times here.
Well,
you know, right now I'm living at an apartment, and if I was late 9 days because my daughter was in an incident and I have to send some money to her.
No excuses. You ain't got some money
to help her.
And bum ass work.
They gave me a letter, and when I explained it to them, they withdraw the letter. Just 9 days to the first time I was late. So every first of the month, my rent have to pay in order for me have someone to lay my head. Right now, I'm thinking to build somewhere in Jamaica, but I'm still scared only because I have kids there. I'm doing it.
She's scared to go back home. Savages.
When I came back to Jamaica this year or last year, when I wish you come back at the place where you're accustomed to where you come from? How?
Yeah, nobody did trouble me there. They only just like beg a lot. But and even stepped in the house that I was in without my permission, seeking money when I was sick.
All right, this is what I'm saying. If you did listen to me earlier, I understand all the concern, but my main point was, if you're going to return
Watch
back
this.
to Jamaica, you have a lot of upscale,
Look
you
how
have gated
crazy she
community.
I went in a different area and somebody I knew was planning to rob me. That's what I'm
So you're
saying.
not listening to what me I try to say. Me I try to get my point across, but yeah, say you went to a
Yo,
different
keep in mind,
community.
this is his guest. Just disrespectful. Is it possible that our brothers, FBA sisters, learn their degenerate behavior, toxic behavior, toxicity from these tethers, and now we use it on each other? We gotta think about that. Look at this chick. He's not aggressive at all. She goes buck wild crazy.
What I'm trying to say to you, there's a certain part. It's like when you have America, you have a good part and you have a bad part. Certain part of America, you know you're not going to go this or night.
Well, me live in Baltimore, and people used to say Baltimore bad, but that's a lie. I'm here, and trust me, I'm safer than anything else.
What I'm trying to say, I'm saying that if you are going to make preparation to return back to Jamaica, I'm saying
he's thinking about Jamaica.
You left 20 years ago, 30 years ago.
She's so love what we did over here. He's asking about in Jamaica, bad parts in Jamaica, and she's stuck on with her obsession with America. Black
They have scotch and happy with people and family. I'm saying for returning resident, it best we go somewhere out of port.
That's true.
That is what I try to say. So if you go somewhere out of port now and you live in one place where you're more secure, somebody come and
You're not secure at Jamaica, big man. That's what I'm saying to you. You're not secure at Jamaica. Once you have a look at foreigner, people coming at you, whether they know you or they don't know you.
You know, listen to what I say again. I don't know if you ever understand what I'm trying to say. Because the people in Pan-Africanism I say, if you're not listening, just listen to what I say now. Tell me if I can't talk here.
Telling me I talk too much. G-Money?
No, not
pay them. Damn mouth.
Not pay them in my mind, man. Listen to me now.
I have to say, hold on there, sir. I'm going to make you talk. But I was talking and I never finished. And each people have to bring out what is inside of them. Let me tell you something with Jamaican, you. And me I tell you the truth, me now come back to Jamaica, come live. Me rather go Canada, some other country, make them throw me out from my head. I'm still better than when I come to Jamaica, because our Jamaica people full of too much damn bad mind and stealing and a whole heap of shit, and they don't know what you're going through. Even the other day when you have people being deported back in them country from Jamaica, we own Jamaica, bring down with Jamaicans. Me not like we again, because everywhere you go, we fight with one another. Up here, I come, I have Jamaican who fight me. I have to split from them and live in a residential area where me don't know nobody. We split from my son in New York and come to Baltimore. So people are chat too much.
Yeah, so basically, she's exposing Jamaica. She's like, why you keep asking about Jamaica, knowing how messed up it is? She said, bad man, all these, basically she sent all those degenerates over there, which you always knew that was there, because all those lazy folks that supposedly work hard are waiting to take her possessions. So you can't have it both ways, Tethers. You can't say you work hard, and then when your own people go back home, you take what they work hard for, and you don't work hard for your own shit.
Feels it, knows it.
All right.
Shut to the hell when I come on the live and I say something. Me now go back to Jamaica go live. If me even build a house there, and if me I come back in there go live, me I go someplace at some hotel where nobody knows some come. And go spend the time and come back.
Then done it, and that me actually lead to tell you, you notice I say you left one way you done going to one residential area, nobody know you. That me I try put cross there, but you not listen. I'm trying to say to you, if you can't come back and buy one outside of one community where security did, and nobody know eyeglass no did, I'll be a top people did, and nobody know watch you. If me I try to say to you, me I say if you come back
and I understand what you're saying.
And do that, me in the ghetto, and if I go for it, me not come back yourself.
Me not go build a house in the ghetto, that's what me I say to you. But what me I say to you, say, we have a different looks on our skin when we come to Jamaica. So people definitely know so that one is a foreigner. Can't trust me. You see how me I talk now? People wouldn't know so me live in America and me there here quite a while now. But guess what? I try to bring out my Jamaican same way. But when I got Jamaica, I look like me, I look like soft chicken, because the climate and everything changed everything about me. So people know some I've been there America. People know say I've been there going or whatever. When them ask me, oh, she there, she live in America. People think foreign a better road.
Yeah, but how all the people are traveling now? So foreign have visa, everybody travel. So nobody not really no different than nobody. So
we look different. We have a different looks. That's what I say. When you come to Jamaica, come up here.
Jamaican. It's a Jamaican.
Look, what
It's a
burn?
Jamaican. You say if you go on hotel now, nobody now look on you like how they look on the white people. Because Jamaican frightened over white people. So we just put that cross. You will go on hotel now and they quick to feel white people.
Quick to help them, but a lot of people look for me because they want my money. And
Yeah,
them
so
know
them
so
may
they
not see
get
white person or you go. I go look like a regular brown in our brown Jamaican. So that not really like say people don't tell you.
No. What you say? Me still not come to Jamaica.
No man, me not force you, me just say. This is
Bad man,
me just say. One
one of them. Jamaica full of Obia, all man, Obia, woman, all kind of thing going on in Jamaica. Me no want come to Jamaica.
If Trump say you citizen, you're born in America?
I was born in Jamaica.
All right, so he's a naturalized citizen. Right?
So I'm gonna stop right there, but keep in mind, she's the interviewee. She's wilding. All right, let's go to some news, some updated news. I'm gonna get to the topic. Don't worry, family. Hold on.
From Iran in the 1970s is sitting in a detention facility tonight after Immigration and Customs Enforcement detained her outside her Lakeview home.
As Jacob Bradford reports, her family says that she was allowed to live in the United States for nearly 50 years before she was detained over the weekend.
It's so surreal. Still can't believe I actually saw it.
Chris Garrick says he saw the moment Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents whisked his neighbor away and says he yelled for his wife, Sarah.
I thought he was being dramatic, and then I saw what was happening. They're taking Donna. He ran out and tried to talk to the officers. I yelled from the door, but I was keeping my sons from running out. And she's like a grandmother to them.
Had it not been for Chris and Sarah on Sunday at 10 o'clock, we would have never known she was taken and detained by immigration and ICE agents.
Mandana Kashanian's family told our Rob Masson she was gardening outside her Lakeview home around 10 Sunday morning when 3 unmarked cars pulled up. Her neighbors say the agents asked her her name, then quickly detained her and drove off. All while her husband, Russell Milne, and daughter, Caitlin, were inside. Both are U.S. citizens.
They turned around, handcuffed her right away, whisked her off into unmarked trucks. There was about 3 vehicles out and drove off, and it didn't take more than maybe a minute for that whole interaction.
Kashanian's husband says agents took her to a jail in Hancock, Mississippi.
That's all we need to know. Let's move on. All right, so now let's get to the topic. Okay, so the topic is going to be Tariq Najee and a couple folks talking to revenue. This is new, by the way. Just 4 hours ago, revenue, aka Kwame the Tether, the unbiased Ron, cooked up and served for the last year.
Ibrahim Traore is a self-proclaimed Pan-African.
Yeah, but he's about to sell the country's revenue. Look, he's about to sell out to the Russians right now.
Yeah,
is he not?
You guys just come with so much hate.
No,
just congratulate the man. I know Black Americans don't.
Yeah, I can imagine how this guy right here look. This guy Kwame, I know he's about 4'9", 5 foot, and just chubby and out of shape, man. I just he sounds like he's pudgy. He got some color tone, little melanated, little brown pudgy guy. Pudgy and 5'1", 5'2". Like really out of shape. I could tell. Yeah, so I can really tell how pudgy that this guy is, man. Give me 1 second. Matter of fact, give me shit. Be right back.
You're a naturalized citizen.
Yes.
All right. So what I'm saying, push come to shove and this man start do some things.
But I different island or country, me now go back.
No. So my time I'm not try to. I just fling it back at Jamaica.
The man can't fling me back. I'm not a criminal. I'm not do nothing. We have a right. We have a right.
All right.
Some news what you hear on TikTok, no right. Time can't just fling out citizens like that. You have your rights.
Natural rights it is so. So when the man, when the man a check,
you have to have criminal background. Sometimes we make it look away with the man, although him evil sometimes, but him not just told people like that. You have to have deep criminal background in order for Trump to post you back in your country or do some criminal activities or something. I've been to Jamaica.
But you're not born there, my friend. Anyway, you're not born, you can't get denaturalized anything. Anything can.
Well, you can't denaturalize a citizen. Never, unless a deep criminal cases you have on them thing there.
Anyway, guys, all right, I'm going to move on from the caller. I'm going to listen to our next caller. The topic is so interesting. All right, so she definitely now come back and she born out Jamaican people, so then we could have. So she now see my point to me, I try to show her so she can come and enjoy herself without attached to where she come from and family. But anyway, to each his own, I'm going to listen to the caller.
When you're abroad, it's very diabolical news. The essaying of children, the missing girls.
Hold on, stick a pin. I got access something now, Carla. I like the debate. Yeah. So none of that not in America.
Huh?
None of that not in America where we are here on the news.
Oh, of course, but the ratio, the per capita of a small island with so much violence, that is what the Jamaican, law-abiding Jamaicans can't stand. Even when we were in Jamaica, it is almost like I was listening to some music the other day, and as a woman in her late 40s, and I thought to myself, what an abomination. The sexualizing of it's skin out, this and skin. I'm like, my ears burned. Even my daughter said, Mom, I can't listen to that music. It is so wicked.
Yeah, but you have a lot of choices of music. Why you guys choose to listen to that? I don't listen to that. I don't play that.
No, I don't either. But you know, sometimes when you go on a little Jamaican setting and you watch a video, and then you hear the lyrics and you're like, is that what Jamaica has gone far in the dumps. It is almost like the people are diseased, and the ladies right, the overworking, the envy, the scamming, and if it weren't for it does. Stop comparing, sir. Host,
no, you can't say that. Where the people do people over there on the normal.
The percentage, the ratio of the violence towards women and children, and also we in diaspora. People kill people everywhere, sir. But what the ladies' contention is that when we go back to these countries, people are setting us up for 6 feet under. You can't deny that. That you want to come back to country and then next thing you know...
Why, if you listen to me, I sound to understand. You are come Jamaica now, Zane? What the first place you have to go? You are book on a resort or Airbnb, right?
I'm going to a resort and I'm going to the beach.
Do you feel safe at a resort?
Well, I used to go to the beach when I was a girl, so
no, I'm saying when you come at a resort, you feel safe. That's the reason why you got a resort. What I'm trying to say, if you would have lived at Jamaica 20, 30 years ago, see, I'm saying to say the place where you left, where you used to play dandy shandy and marble.
Yeah, right.
But I look to come back there, so cause people where they just don't know and them I look foreign over there. So
very true.
And it all depends on the ghetto. I watch news from last week with some whole different states with CNN and NBC now bring. I mean I said, boom back, so America going with two very different. I'm gonna call my friend Kennedy Cutter and he said, hey, over your brother. Everybody, it's most of people, them have their machine, and certain man that take certain things that place you can't go, man, you go there, so go SHOO.
I would never go to New Jersey, Camden. I would never go to Camden.
Friends, I would never go to sorry, so I can't.
I would never go to the place.
I would about Jamaican violence. There's violence and people dead everywhere, but they now report you want them over there and they act and sit down.
Yeah, but you must remember, Jamaica is a different host. Jamaica is a different breed. We're not like everybody else. We're kind of special. But listen to this now. We like the bling. Jamaicans, you always say the Jamaicans are, well, the ones I know, we live in Florida in a big house and we have a car and a gate. That's what we want. And then we become nurses and doctors and this and that. And we want the kind of blingy bling. You know what I mean? And we like to separate ourselves and we're always climbing the ladder. And then when we go back to Jamaica now, in 6 months' time, somebody thief your car, you crash, you this, that, somebody obey you. It's too much for the brain to...
People talk about
I don't believe in that either, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
If you drive on how much people
but you know what I mean.
Everything in Jamaica in our world said we are. I'm glad me is a blogger. Me look and research and say enough statistics and look on things. And
I actually love Jamaicans. I love the mentality.
Friend,
I love
Abraham,
everything.
so the Abraham and so a man just get tab up in a broad daylight and then
No,
run
well, my family lives in New York too. We couldn't live at New York. I live in London. I live in Croydon. I live in Germany.
Alright, so like how me would go live at Tivoli or certain place at Spanish Town. Me have choices. Me can help me set myself and me can live in a man.
Somebody said Jamaica bad luck.
Yeah. They make it sound like I just go out there so one man I go rob and shoot you.
Okay, host. Where do you live? Where do you live in Jamaica? Where do you live in Jamaica?
Spanish Town.
Spanish Town? Oh my God. So you can walk on edge.
Good morning, good afternoon.
I'm back. Let's get it.
I know y'all guys don't have no sovereign country, but be proud of a black man that control his country.
So here's the thing. Now, Jamaicans and other tethers would tell us we don't have a country, or we're living right here in America. All of our ancestry, our entire lineage ties into America, but they would tell us in our country. Now, Jamaicans who just got to Canada yesterday, who just got to Great Britain the other day, and Kwame an American. Kwame is an American tether, right? And he claims this is his country. His name is American Dream, not Jamaican Dream. So we've been here over 400 years, and they're saying this ain't our country. These guys just got here yesterday. They just got to the UK yesterday. They just got to Canada yesterday, and they're saying it's their country. Did y'all catch that? That's just hate and jealousy. Yo, it's no way we could have any partnership with these guys. It's just zero chances, man. No way. There's no alliances. There's nothing. It's delineation. You guys hold your own nuts, do your thing, and we're going to do ours.
I've been saying this. Hold on, Revenue. I've been talking about the Burkina Faso situation before anybody else. You can go back and check any of the past lives. I've been bringing it up because I've been watching the situation. He's been doing great. The only thing I criticized him on was, why would you bring the Russians in? And then the deal they're talking about securing with the Russians is a non-combatant deal, meaning they will not support them in combat. Like,
what are you talking about? The Russians are selling them aircraft, fighter jets. They just closed a nuclear deal.
We cannot take Kwame research. I've proven 100 times over. He's an idiot. He has low comprehension. So never consider his research. So please, disclaimer. When he try to source up, please just ignore it. Scratch it from the record. Your brain memory. Scratch it.
Whole Sahel countries and including Nigeria. So what are you talking about? Yeah.
Again, you're not reading the deals. Y'all see, Russians. No, it's a nuclear.
Energy deal. What's the problem?
That's not nuclear weapons.
The man control his country. His control the.
Yo, he is so dumb that he doesn't understand an energy deal is separate from nuclear weaponry. Okay, so Iran was faced with that problem. See, Iran is in bed with Russia, and they also have nuclear propensity, right? They got nuclear things over there. And they were getting close to nuclear weaponry. So Donald Trump blew that shit off the face of the earth. Okay? So just because you have nuclear energy or nuclear anything, it does not mean you got nuclear weapons. So he's a fool to believe once you have nuclear energy, you automatically got weaponry. No, you don't. Our great country and their allies are going to monitor the hell out of that shit, and they will not let it build close to war-ready weapons. You dig? They're going to blow your country to smithereens. Like, he's an idiot.
The gold refineries
in exchange for what though? What are they giving the Russians?
They're giving them support. They're giving them economic chances. So what's the problem?
They're giving them gold.
Okay. Even if they are giving them gold for exchange for military help or
it's not military help. It's radars. Go look at it. It's not an arms deal.
brother. Are Africans
This is
supposed?
what kills me about you guys. You guys don't actually look at what they're saying. They give them radars. They're not giving them. They're not giving them air defense missiles.
So we're gonna watch this. I'm gonna fact check it later, and we'll know the facts from fiction.
They're not doing that. They're giving them.
Sure? Are you sure about that, brother? I could put a source in the back and show you all the military.
Take a close look at what they're doing. It's radars.
Brother, I could put a source in and show the helicopters, the aircrafts.
Okay, you know what? All right, you know what? Let's do it this way, right? Do you think that the Russians?
Bro, you gotta stop lying, Dan. You gotta stop lying.
I'm not
man.
lying. I just you're not understanding.
You guys lied the other day, and people had to correct y'all about Denmark, BC.
Revenue. I can.
Tariq lied about the blood, how the blood started in New York, and people had to correct him on that.
Revenue. I can
You
explain.
gotta stop lying.
I can explain it to you, but I cannot understand it for you. Do you think that the Russians are predatory?
Do I think the Russians are what?
Predatory.
No.
You don't think the Russians aren't predatory?
No.
Mother Russia, the Soviets.
What can you show some examples that how they predatory?
Ukraine.
Okay, Ukraine, they're going to war with Ukraine. That's a former ally of them that NATO is trying to bring in, and they won't allow it. So, what do you bring that up for? You think America would allow America wouldn't even allow Cuba to be a communist country?
I don't think you understand the history.
Did the Russians ever enslave Africans?
I don't think you understand the history.
Did the Russians ever enslave Africans?
This is a bad faith question. No Africans got enslaved over there. They were colonized. So he's playing with you guys, family. He's playing word games. They all were colonized. Okay, so he's doing a trick question over here. It would never work. Because I would have just responded, hey, did Americans ever enslave Africans? But he would have got quiet. So, which I talk about all the time, Russia and America both attended the Berlin Conference in 1892. They attended it, but neither took part in the carving up Africa. Carving up is another way to say colonizing Africa. Russia didn't do it. The United States didn't do it. The United States felt like they going to focus on America, the United States of America. They're going to focus on westward expansion and build this country to a superpower. They ain't got time to be greedy, extracting sources from Africa. They're just going to build America great with, of course, the help of the greatest Black people on earth, foundational Black Americans. So they said, nah, we don't need to colonize these tethers. We have the greatest Blacks on earth. You have fun with them, lazy bastards, and we're going to have these folks build us the most powerful country in mankind history.
And you brought up Cuba. You understand that was only a geopolitical thing, right?
Hold on, wait. What about Russians enslaving Africa? What does that mean?
The Russians never enslaved Africans.
Because they didn't have access to the sea like that. That's why.
He didn't even know that.
Yeah, it wasn't because of a moral thing. I know you ain't trying to say they.
He didn't even know that.
He didn't
have
access to the sea. That's the only reason.
You're using speculation. You don't know.
No, that's the truth. That's what
you don't know. So why wasn't they involved in?
Nigga, you have a map? What do you mean? They don't have access to the sea like that.
They're a landlocked nation. That's why they go to war with the Ukraine.
They couldn't
transport
your ass. They couldn't transport nobody. That's why, not because of a moral thing. Come on.
Wait, Tariq, now you're not African descent?
Oh, stop it. Okay, here we go. Wait, what about...
See, when he get cooked, every time this disgusting tether get cooked, every time this shitty mouth tether get cooked, he'll run somewhere else. Kwame, how about getting the shit out of your mouth that your colonizers put in there? Get that out first before you talk. Because without that being done, you're going to always just be talking shit.
Oprah Winfrey. No, we ain't doing that.
No. I wanted to ask you too, what is a generic African?
Stop with that weird deflecting bullshit. Here he go with this old weird ass deflecting.
I told you, everybody
gets
gets
stomped down.
Spectrum
this
guy.
fool didn't know that Russia was landlocked. he tried to give them props for not having slavery. Stop.
Yeah, but you're saying that's the reason why they didn't. That's just speculative. That's just speculative.
No, that's just common sense.
How were they going? How would Russia do slavery in the 1600s? How would they do it?
Is Germany landlocked?
Look, he's running from Russia.
What else country was involved? Let's just start with Germany's a landlocked country, and they was involved in the slave trade. So I don't.
Wait, are you done with Russia? Did you concede? So this filthy, disgusting shit mouth tether, diaper mouth tether. Instead of conceding, all right, well, look, I'll get back to that. And nope, he just next thing. You dude, you're a 5'2", pudgy, lisp, zesty tether, man. Shit mouth tether.
Understand what's your point in saying that? It's plenty of landlocked countries that was involved in slave.
I got a question for you, man. I got a question for you. Is it easy to transport shit across Russia?
Is it easy to transport shit? I'm not 100% sure.
I know you're not. That's why you don't know what you're talking about, bro. Like,
listen. Instead of saying he doesn't know, family, because he's stupid and can't admit he don't know something, he'll just simply say, "I'm not 100% sure." So if I say, "All right, well, what percentage?" See, when you say not 100%, you're implying that you know some of it, some percentage, when he knows zero. It's okay to be like, "Yeah, I don't know." Like you heard me mad times say, "No, I don't know." Oh, you don't know? Oh, you thought I knew everything? I'm sorry. I don't know everything. I just know what I know. And I don't know that. It's not a big deal. But I'm going to know it tomorrow.
Look. All right, I'll spell
bad faith.
You guys is Monday morning quarterback. The fact is, Russia was never involved in the slave trade. You could do your Monday morning quarterback and then say,
hold on. How did he mix up the slave trade with the Berlin Conference? Was like so many hundred years later. Like, yo, he's so confused on his timeline because he never reads anything. And matter of fact, Tether, Shitmouth, Kwame, Revenue, what slave trade? Remember? You said it was slave raids. You said Africa never sold slaves to the white man. The white man went over and took Africans. Now all of a sudden it's a slave trade after he get cooked over here. See, that's what happens. That's why he's no longer allowed over here. He'll get cooked over here and learn a lot. And then he'll go to Tariq or somebody else and then repeat what I taught him. But he learned it not for being studious. He learned it for getting his ass kicked. But they don't know that. So he's trying to rebrand himself and have him believe that he studied this shit. He's trusting my research when he goes over there.
Oh, because they was landlocked. Well, Germany was landlocked and they was involved in the slave trade and carving up Africa.
So do you believe that Muammar Gaddafi?
He just, this dude, you see that? He just tied the slave trade to the carving up of Africa. Bro, the slavery, I think, wasn't slavery illegal by like the 1700s? Listen, the carving up Africa damn near started at the 21st century. No, the 20th century. Yeah, the 20th century. The carving up Africa damn near started early 20th century. And he's connecting that to the slave trade. This is a fool who doesn't know timelines.
Deal with the Russians was the same as Ibrahim's?
Exactly, definitely.
No, every deal is different.
Yeah, I know, because that deal was actually a legit deal.
Okay, and what is the point about Muammar Gaddafi?
What I'm telling you is this, right? Ibrahim is going the opposite way of Gaddafi. And although it does seem like getting old, helicopters and radars and stuff from the Russians seems like, oh, this is support. It's not support. It's supposed to look like that on the surface. It's a way for them to project strength because, and even right now, the Russians really can't help anybody else out. They're even calling on help from North Korea to help with this Ukrainian problem. But that aside, I see African nations do this a lot where they trade one master for another. And he referred to the Russians as friends. Now, I've been watching the situation because I'm like, oh, this nigga finna get duped again. And I'm thinking to myself, he has to know better. And it's like, I'm trying to figure out, like, why the hell is he doing this? And I don't know what he has going on. But the fact that he's stockpiling gold like he should, it doesn't make sense to just hand it shit over to the Russians. It doesn't make sense. And the thing is, that's just the story that you guys are focusing on right now. If you look at all the other,
Russia are the Sahel allies. Those are Russia is their allies.
that's an ally. What combatant pact do you guys have with Russia?
They don't have a combatant pact. They don't have a
Okay,
military
so if they
pact.
don't have a combatant pact, right? You know what that means? That means if France decides, you know what, we're gonna go in and protect our investment because under international law they actually are, okay to do that because they actually have a deal with them. They can literally go in, and since it was a coup, they did violate international law. They can easily deem Ibrahim a war criminal, and that'll be very easy for them to do because they basically control the damn UN. If they do that, they could literally declare war, go in and kill him, and there's nothing anybody, including the Russians, would do about it.
Right.
The only reason they're not doing it now is because they don't want the backlash because France is considered a colonization country, and it's a former colony, and it looks really, really bad for the public.
Russia did more with Ibrahim Traore than France did their whole existence in Africa.
You know what? Whatever, bro. Whatever helps you sleep better, I guess. Do you think it's worth all
I don't understand. You FBAs are just supportive of white supremacy, white.
We're not supporting lies. And by the way, you said Germany was in the slave trade. Germany wasn't really in the slave trade. Germany didn't even exist as a nation state until 1871. So you're too easy to debunk. Some of the shit you just be saying, it's like talking to a damn 3-year-old sometimes, man. Well, I'm not trying to denigrate you. I try to have intelligent conversation, but the shit, boy, you just be spewing shit and then changing the subject, and then you get debunked, and Brother Dan is cooking your ass, and then you start changing.
Tariq, you lied the other day, said Denmark VC not from St. Thomas.
Yeah,
nobody agrees with that.
No.
The consensus say he was born in St. Thomas.
And there's people saying that he was born in West Africa. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a French theory. Just like you lied.
Born in St. Thomas is a theory. And that's it's not proven. He became a foundational Black American. We know that, and he was stomping with other foundational Black Americans. We know that for a fact. And
so now Caribbeans could be found.
And what was Caribbean about him? He wasn't a part of Caribbean culture. Caribbean culture didn't even exist at that time. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay, so now you could be born in the.
Trying to say such and such as Haitian who was born in the 1700s. Haiti didn't exist until 1804. Saint Domingue and Haiti are two different things, two different cultures, sir. You understand? Y'all try to mix up history like we don't know. All right. So yeah, stop.
FBA didn't exist till 2018, 2019.
No. We've always existed here on this land.
Show me a document from the 1800s talking about an FBA.
Show me one from the 1700s that says African American.
Yeah, I can show you that in the 1800s. I can show you newspaper articles. Give me a second. I'll show you to you right now.
It's 1700s.
Not the 1700s, the 1800s.
Get your ass up then. There we go. All right.
So show me an FBA in the 1700s.
No, show me.
Yeah, there are plenty of. What are you talking about?
Show me a documentation, somebody referring to themselves as a foundational or native Black American in this country.
My grandmother.
I could show you people subscribing to describing themselves as African, the Free African School, the African Methodist Church, the Free African Society. It's plenty and it's plenty of newspaper articles.
But we were always listed as Black American, and our status has always been foundational. So just because the foundational part wasn't on the birth certificates or the census records, the Black American part was. So the foundational part is there anyway. So we're just acknowledging the status now. So we've always been foundational Black American, sir. See how that works?
No, this is a new thing that you made up in 2019.
Oh, African American was a new thing, right? And they started to apply.
No, that exists in the 1800s. Sorry.
No, it didn't. It didn't exist in the 16 and 17. It did, when this country was formed, nobody was calling themselves no damn African American. That wasn't used at all. At all. And even when Jesse Jackson and those folks in the DNC brought us African American, most Black folks weren't even using that then. Older Black folks never used that shit. So yeah.
How can I put the newspaper article and you can see if
matter, because you've already been debunked. So just take the L and just eat you some Bammy and just keep it pushing. So you already took an L. You ain't got to waste time.
So now, so
nothing. So nothing. So look, African American. That was something that was later. Thank you, Dan. Thank you for the call, Dan. That was something that was later applied, and Foundation of Black American. That's what we're applying to our Foundation of Black American ancestors. All right.
Yeah. So
lineage ain't new. We're just reclaiming our status. See how that works? Huh? Come on, Revenue. You see how that works, sir?
You can't superimpose your ideology.
In an ideology? No. Lineage. No matter what my ideology is, my lineage is rock solid, and yours ain't.
No, your lineage is African, just like the people subscribe.
Everybody's lineage is African. Everybody's lineage is African. Papua New Guinea is African by lineage. If you're gonna go there,
no, they haplogroup didn't develop.
Fiji is African. They told me that. They said, hey, we go back to, we can trace our shit back to Africa. Yeah, everybody's African as far as that's concerned, but I'm Foundation of Black American and you're not. That's where my lineage goes. Ideology, nothing to do.
Tariq, in the science world?
No.
You know,
No. In the real world, my lineage goes back to the founding of this country. I am not an immigrant like you, sir. You are an immigrant. Nobody in my family's an immigrant. That ain't got nothing to do with ideology. That's history. Brother McCall, hop on in here, please. Brother McCall.
Yeah, the U.S. government called you an immigrant up until 1868. So
they ain't never called us no immigrant. No, they did.
You wasn't a citizen. Your family wasn't a citizen until 1860.
How we weren't citizens and we could vote all the way in the 1600s. We could vote in the 1600s and the 1700s. How the hell we weren't citizens? Yes, we were. Brother McCall, let me get Brother McCall. Brother McCall, hop on in here.
Greetings, great minister of code. How art thou?
Good, brother. How are you?
Excellent. Just living the dream and winning. Do you mind if I have a second with Mr. Revenue?
Absolutely. Go ahead, brother.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Revenue, how are you?
I say, King. How you doing, King?
I'm good there, brother. You're pretty passionate. Got a lot of energy, and it's good to hold these debates because I mean there are no losers. You know, with enlightenment, everyone wins.
Yeah, but when you debunk people, they kind of lose. But I understand your point, though.
Okay. Are you familiar with the Balto Slavic?
Yes.
Okay. Where were they from?
From the steppes of Russia.
Okay, there you go. Are you familiar with the invasion of the Sea People?
Are you talking about the Phoenicians into Africa or the Middle East?
Okay, so the Phoenicians.
Yes, I'm familiar with the sea people that came from Greece.
No. Okay, so the Phoenicians are those who came from what we would call today Eritrea and Yemen, and they were, of course, melanated.
The sea people came from Europe. The sea people came from Europe. They did not come from Africa.
They came from the steppes of Europe, the Eurasian steppes, what you just mentioned, right?
Yeah.
These were the first, right? You're there. I mean, I'm impressed. You know history. These were the ancient Russians. The modern Russians, what you would call Russians today, in addition to the modern so-called Mongoloid types, were the Sea People. They were the first to invade what you would call today the lands of the blacks. So just a little knowledge for you. Thank you, Brother Tariq, for the opportunity to speak to our brother Revenue.
Man, appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Let me get Brother Xavier in the building. Brother Xavier.
Hey, how you doing, Tariq?
Hey, how are you, brother?
I'm good. I'm just kind of trying to hold up my breakfast from listening to this bushmeat liar. It's a trip. But here's the thing about them Russians, man. See, one of the things that most people don't.
Your people ate bushmeat too. They cook possums, cook deers, rabbits, alligators. Yeah, you're a bushmeat eater too.
Have a Coke and a smile and shut the fuck. But anyway,
Yeah, your
the
people is
situation being
bushmeat eater
is
too.
like when it comes to these Russians and everything, one of the things that's not really covered is like the Russians were at that Berlin conference that divided up Africa. That's one. Second thing, they forget that Putin also tried to give sanctuary to those Boer farmers from South Africa during Trump's first term. They were like, hey, look, they're trying to do white genocide. Yeah. Oh, we'll give the South Africans asylum, sanctuary, and land to farm. Putin
Okay,
did
are you
that.
mad at
Now,
Trump for
next
giving
thing
white?
is next.
Oh,
When
Xavier is average. Go ahead.
they would flies over
Bro, you gotta
Libya,
fix your
Russia,
Metro
China.
PCS or your Boost Mobile. Your service is horrible.
That ended
You
up
gotta
getting
fix your
killed.
Boost Mobile. You gotta
So
fix your Metro PCS.
Okay, Xavier, I'm gonna have you come back up. I think Revenue's forehead leaned to the side and messed up the phone reception, but it's cool. But anyway, any last words, Revenue? Let me give you the last words.
Yeah, man, Tariq, I've been following you for a while, man. I love all the great works you've done prior to this FBA thing, man. And hopefully James Small or Leonard Jeffries or one of the elders could talk some sense back into you and you get on the right track.
Well, do you think we're gonna stop being foundational Black Americans? This is not one of them things that can be reversed. I want you to understand that. What do y'all think is gonna happen? It's one of them things that it's like the civil rights movement. You can't go back. This is some shit. This is the new norm. You gotta.
You can self-identify yourself. I have no problem. But when you come with this rhetoric and these dangerous ideas,
Why does it's dangerous to you because we're not letting you exploit us? It's only dangerous because we're not being exploited. And we're just not immigrants, dude. I mean, y'all can get mad about that. That's not going to make us immigrants. We didn't come from an immigrant background. This is our homeland. This is our shit. We've never been immigrants. And y'all got a bug in your ass about us. Y'all want us to be immigrants with you. Y'all African too.
Nah, we both 14th Amendment citizens of this country. So, I think to fight global white supremacy, you have to unite. You can't defeat NATO and the African Union. I mean, the European Union and these other white bodies that coalition together when you're pushing xenophobic ideas that could leave.
That's objection. No. Y'all not gonna put that xenophobic shit on us when we are all types of Yanks, Akatas, beads. Stay away from them. Y'all not gonna do that. Y'all been pushing.
What's derogatory about
phobic towards us for years after we didn't help your ass? Though you talking about you a 14th Amendment citizen, that's because of us helping your ass. It's been a one-sided helping for the last 200 years. And enough is enough, not 200, but about 100 years. And enough is enough. We're tired of this one-sided ass coalition. It's time to pull your weight up. That's what we're saying to you. And telling you to pull your weight up and bring something to the table, that's not xenophobic. It's us trying to get you to stop being parasitic. So that's going to be the new norm. All right. Thank you so much. Yeah. Let's be very clear. These cats try to sit up here and make us immigrants like them. That's the real issue. Cats want us to be immigrants and we're not. And we've never been. With the Dred Scott decision, we were citizens. We've always been citizens here. That's why the Dred Scott decision the 14th Amendment had to come and knock that shit out the box. Foundational Black Americans were always recognized as citizens by several states. Free Black people had voting rights, property rights, legal protections. Free Black people had that. Foundational Black Americans, all up into the 1700s, we could vote in elections, the whole shebang. You had to be a citizen to do that. You couldn't vote if you were not a citizen. We were getting taxed. We would pay taxes. Taxation, that's a civic duty of citizenship. Free Black people were being taxed. We're paying taxes. Black people were fighting in all of the damn wars in order to fight in like the Revolutionary War and these other local militias and all of that. You had to be a citizen. The War of 1812, Yeah, you had to be a citizen. Let's stop playing this game. In some places, there were foundational Black Americans before the Dred Scott decision holding public office. Yeah? Come on now. Let's just understand history here. Let's get Max. We got Max, the suspected white supremacist. This is one of Myron Gaines' people. What's up, Max? I haven't heard from you in a long time.
Making moves, I'm not begging for reparations like you. I'm out here making money. So it is.
Supremacists, what the fuck would you get reparations for? You've already got compensation unjustly. All right. Well, what's
I find it very funny that you're making fun of a guy from Africa because he's not American, but the only reason you're making fun of him is because he doesn't live among white people like you. Your whole identity, your whole culture is based off what?
I live around rich people, and you ain't one of them. You poor bitch.
I'm way richer than you.
God, you a poor trailer trash bitch, and you're mad at Black Daddy because I live in a rich neighborhood. Rich and white, to me, are not synonymous. That's what you're mad. I live in a rich neighborhood, and you're in a trailer park scratching your ass eating a mayonnaise sandwich, and that's what you're upset about, ain't it? Huh?
Go band for band, bro. Go band for band, brokey. I got more followers than you.
You don't have nothing. That's why you always call me whining with your headlights encrusted ass. You whine to Black Daddy for clout. Nobody rocks with you. Nobody listens. You white supremacists are played out. You guys are lame and boring. You're falling off. Your birth rates are low. You're about to go extinct. You're trying to make robots of yourself. You're trying to get into transhumanism. You're over there making robo-hunkies, and you're trying to survive by any goddamn means. And you're mad at Black Daddy. All right?
You can't even have a debate without muting people. You're a weak.
You are nobody to debate. I debate my equals, all others I teach.